like there.
Oh no, I took it off. I took it off the countdown. And here we are live, everyone. Right? That's what happens when you leave me with the buttons. Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. I am your host, Robert, a.k.a. the Moron Tall Man.
Just running a little early, apparently, today.
Right. This is my lovely wife and co-host, Lisa, a.k.a. Mrs. Tall Man. Not that anyone ever calls her that. We are coming to you live from Tall Man Mobile somewhere in Arizona. We have finally made it to our final destination after our long 1,800-mile trek. We thank you all for being with us tonight. We have a huge show, lots and lots of news. And if you couldn't tell from just a couple of seconds ago, we have special guests with us tonight. They are live right now on the Carnival horizon. Everybody say hello. There's Ellen, there's Macrina, and Tom. They are going to be with us throughout the show tonight. But we're going to get into some of the news first, yeah?
Okay.
You're going to say something?
I was going to say, hey, y'all, but you clicked off, so.
Hey, y'all. I'm quick like that.
You are.
Because we have a ton of stuff to go over tonight. So lots of news. And thank you all so much for joining us. And thank you for the thumbs up. We appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, do us a huge favor, hit the thumbs up button, but also consider subscribing. Become part of the Tall Man Clan. It is free to you. It costs you absolutely nothing, and it really does help with the channel. And if you couldn't tell, Lisa and I need a ton of help. Good Lord. Our tech is just killing us. Anyway, let's get to the news, because I know that's what you're here for, as well as talking with Tom, Macrina, and Ellen. They're on the horizon.
Yes.
Here's the latest cruise news with your host, the Tall Man.
All right, so let's get to the cruise news, everybody. So first, leading off the charge, there's a couple of influencers out on a cruise right now, or they may have just gotten back from their cruise. They were on a Royal Caribbean ship, this Matt and Abby Howard. And I mean, they're pretty large influencers, if you will. They're not specifically cruise influencers. They're more about vlogging in their life, but they've got millions and millions of followers. Anyway, they were out on their ship, and they've got a 1-year-old and a 2-year-old, I think it is. And they vlogged TikTok and on video about leaving their children in their cabin while they went to dinner. And boy, did that have a big backlash.
Yikes, I bet it did.
Yeah, so much so they actually deleted the posts because that in itself has gone viral. You do not want to leave your 2-year-old and 1-year-old in a cabin by themselves.
No, not a good idea.
Under any circumstances. And they had been bringing them to dinner, but it was a big bit of a mess, and they decided to change their dinner time to a late time, put the kids to bed, then leave them, and then go and, do their thing. So, yeah, guys, not a good idea. For those watching, if you have children, try to think ahead, maybe make arrangements ahead of time in the kids area. For their children, unfortunately, they're so young, you do have to make pre-arrangements, and really probably before you get on the ship. Okay, so there's news story number 1. Number 2, there's been a lot of people complaining about the smoke on the Utopia of the Seas. Speaking of Royal Caribbean, another Royal Caribbean story.
Oh, hadn't heard that.
Yeah, so their smoking area is smashed in between 2 pools on the upper deck. One of them, of course, you can smoke in the casino, but they're outside. It's in between 2 pools, and depending on which way the wind is blowing, smoke can blow into one of the pools, and I guess that is creating a problem for some of the guests.
Gotcha.
So just be note, if smoking, if the smoke bothers you, if you have asthma, things like that, these 2 particular pools by the smoking area, depending on which way the wind blows, you may want to use another pool. There's not too much I think Royal Caribbean can do at this point. I don't think they could move the smoking area. I mean, maybe find a different area of the ship. Most ships seem to have them in the back.
Well, I mean, we've been on ships before, inaugurals, where were walking around trying to decide where to put the smoking area.
That's true.
So, I mean, I don't see why it can't be changed.
Yeah. I don't know. So, anyway, just that was just some of the stuff in the news. Carnival Pride is missing a port. Carnival Pride is doing cruising right now up in the Greenland area. Oh gosh, I'm not going to remember how to pronounce the city name. Nanortalik.
I think
Was
you
it?
did good. I think you got it right.
So, Nanortalik is one of the, and forgive me if I butchered that name. I apologize. Was one of their stops, and unfortunately, the weather in this area it's very synonymous, and the ship has frequently had to miss this particular port of call, whether it's fog, rain, or whatever. It's a tender port, and of course, the weather conditions have to be. I don't want to call it perfect, but they have to be favorable for tenders to be able to get you on and off the ship. And so they have yet had to miss that port again.
Oh no.
So if you ever feel that you're going to book a cruise to go to Greenland, you have to know that this is going to be a 50-50 shot that this particular port of call, you're actually going to be able to get there. So I just wanted to make sure we brought that to you guys. So Princess Cruises will match your cruise rate with a new guarantee. So Princess launched a program earlier in the year, and it was called, oh my gosh, I'm not going to remember the name of the program now. Oh
Best
my
of the
good Lord.
best.
Something like that.
Yeah, I think it was best of the best.
Right? So no, better than best price guarantee.
Okay, well,
Better
I
than
was
best.
close.
Yeah. Anyway, they have decided to extend it. It was supposed to end right about now, but they've decided to extend it to the end of the year, or at least December 24th. Okay, so through December 24th. Basically, what this means is if you book any cruise from now through that, book the cruise during this time frame for any cruise that you book through 2026. They're basically going to do a price guarantee. So if you, before you make your final payment, if you find the price has changed or a lower price for the same cabin, cabin category, they will honor that price, but also give you 120% of the difference of that price and an onboard credit. So let's say there was $100 difference in the cruise fare. So you'll get the $100 back, but you'll also get $120 of onboard credit. Okay. If you're new to cruising, I don't know how many people know that, but almost all the cruise lines do a price guarantee anyway. I know MSC does not. But if you book your cruise for 2025, 2026, and the price goes down, and you see that it goes down, and you haven't made your final payment, if you call your travel agent and or the cruise line, they will adjust your fare to the lower price.
Yes.
Princess is sort of an up and down, but everybody else other than MSC will do that. So just note, if you book off into the future, you have that option. So you don't have to wait to try to see if you get a better price. You can book it and then just watch the pricing. And there are sites out there that watch prices for you. So, okay. Royal Caribbean forced to cancel a cruise because of lifeboat damage.
Oh my.
Oh my gosh. So anyone who was sailing on the Rhapsody of the Sea on their next cruise, which would have left today, so the news is slightly late, but they've had their cruise canceled. One of their lifeboats, which doubles as a tender, has received some damage, and they were unable to fix it during their cruise, the previous cruise. And so they're being forced to cancel the next cruise so they can get this lifeboat / tender fixed. They expect it to be fixed. From their news, their press release, it says, on our previous cruise, there was damage to one of our tender boats, which also serves as a lifeboat. This leaves the ship over capacity for the number of available lifeboat seats in the event of an emergency for our next sailing. We must have a seat on a lifeboat for every guest on board. Unfortunately, this means we're unable to welcome you on board our September 15th, 2024 Rhapsody of the Sea sailing. We must reschedule your cruise.
Wow.
And so, yes, they're going to reschedule everybody, and everybody's going to be compensated well for it. Okay? We're going to push on because, again, we've got a ton of news. Speaking of 2025 and 2026 sailings, 2025, I don't know if y'all know, there are 13 new ships going to launch in 2025.
Wow. No, I didn't realize that.
Yep, you've got the Mindshift Relax from TUI Cruises, right? It's going to be 161,000 tons. You got the MSC World America. It's going to be sailing out of Miami, and it's 215,000 tons. Huge ship. You got the NCL Aqua. That is coming out as well next year, and that's 156,000 tons. The Disney Adventure is coming out next year, 208,000 tons. That's a big one. The Viking Vesta, Oh my God! It just goes on and on. The Allure from Oceana Cruises is coming out. The Luminera. Speak. That's a Ritz Carlton ship. So it only takes like 400 something passengers. Very, very high end. 46,000 tons. So a small ship. Royal bringing out the next Icon class, Star of the Seas. That's coming out next year as well. Star Princess is coming out next year as well. The Brilliant Lady from Virgin Voyages is finally coming out. Celebrity XL, which we are booked on, so we're going to be on that inaugural. Disney Destiny, just guys, the Star Seeker from Wind Cruises, and the list goes on and on. So going to be a big, big, big year for brand new ships in 2025.
Wow.
So we have someone watching us tonight who just got off the Venezia. And where's my mouse here? And Roderick. So this news sort of is something that you probably experienced. The Venezia sailing out of New York right now goes to Bermuda, and it overnights in Bermuda. And for some reason, on this specific cruise, I don't know why, but the Bermuda government made them shut off their laundry for environmental reasons. And because of which, they weren't able to make towel animals for 2 days. Roderick, did you not get towel animals for 2 days? So
Wow.
this created a bit of a kerfuffle.
Well, that's a new one.
Right?
Yeah, that's a new one.
Yeah. I mean, heaven forbid you don't get your towel animals. But that's why the Bermuda government shut off the laundry for environmental reasons while they were in port.
Wow.
Oh, speaking of Carnival, Carnival reminds guests to be considerate on the Lido deck. I think we've talked about this before, guys. Right? If you're going to be up on the Lido deck in the buffet area, when it's non-buffet times, and you're playing cards, or you're playing a board game, or you're doing whatever, that's great. But if all of a sudden it's 12 o'clock in the afternoon or 5 o'clock in the evening or whatever it is, all of a sudden that buffet is going to open up full bore. And there's going to be thousands of guests coming in there to eat. And while you're not eating, you're just sitting there playing cards. And so the considerate thing would be to move your card game to somewhere else in the ship during these hours. Well, on a particular sailing recently, that didn't happen for a couple, and they were asked to leave by one of the crew members, and they felt that it was rude for them to ask them to leave.
Oh, my.
So, guys, do us a favor. If you're going to be playing cards, it's great. You know, there's obviously because there's tables there and there's space, but it gets really busy during the breakfast and the lunch hour.
It does. Just be aware and conscious of those who are trying to eat and need a table. That's what the tables are there for.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to complain about you playing cards if nobody's needing them to sit down and eat. But if people are needing them to sit down and eat, then yeah, absolutely.
Believe it or not, on most voyages, they open up one of the restaurants, a certain area, and they clear off all the cutlery and all that stuff, and that area is for cards and games and things.
Yeah, we've actually seen during off food hours, board games set out on some of the tables.
Yes, absolutely. All right, so that's a little bit of the cruise news. We have a lot more to get to, but I know a lot of you want to see what's going on the horizon. Okay, so we're going to go to our guests here in just a second, but let's say hello to everybody.
Okay.
Hello, Macrina. How are you? Thank you for being here with us tonight. Roderick, we were just talking about you. How's everyone doing? We're doing great. Hopefully you're doing great. We know Oh, you were on the Frenzy, not the Venezia. I'm so sorry. There you are. I thought you were on the Venezia, but you were on the Frenzy. You didn't have a towel animal problem.
No.
And I'm glad you had a great time, and you got an inaugural jacket.
Oh, nice.
Also, the piano bar does have a tip jar. Remember, he was going to look at that for us.
Perfect.
For those who are wondering if there's a tip jar on the piano in the piano bar, at least on the Frenzy, there is.
Nice.
Cruising is fun anytime. Welcome. How are you doing? We are well. I'm glad you are as well. Justina from South Carolina, you are about to get a lot of rain.
You sure are. You be safe.
Hunker down. Hello, Mama Tall Man. How are you tonight? Mamie Radar, welcome from New Mexico. How are you? We are well. Patricia, 418. That is correct. She's talking about our group cruise. The little widgets up there.
Woo-hoo.
418 days to our group cruise. And hello, Nurse Tara. How are you doing? Karina says hello to everyone as well. Good evening, Bev. How are you? Dr. Cherie. Hello, TLC. I'm sure it's supposed to be TMC, but that's okay.
We
How are
need
you
a little
tonight, Doctor?
TLC.
We do. We had all kinds of problems. What's up, Mark? How you doing, brother? Good to see you. Princess is price and package matching. I sent a Carnival package, and they matched. We booked. Awesome.
Sweet.
Thank you, Mark. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
And evening, bro, to you too. How you been, buddy? Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. Excuse me. Bev says they only canceled a few people's cruise.
Probably.
They only canceled a few people's cruises. The cruise is happening, but some people will not be able to go. Wonder how they decided who got canceled. She's talking about the lifeboat situation with Royal Caribbean. So yeah, I mean, obviously they have lifeboats for 90% of the passengers, but 10%. I don't know the number. I'm just making that up. But okay, well, thank you for bringing that to us, Kathy P. Happy Sunday to you as well. Hope you are staying cool. We're trying. ACs are on the fritz, but we're doing okay. Mark says, how would they know if you were or were not doing laundry? I don't know, Mark. I don't. So I don't know. Do they make?
I'm okay.
I don't know. Maybe somebody has to stay on the ship. Who knows? Whatever. But they didn't get towel animals for 2 days. Frenzy TMC. We got towel animals every day. Also, the Frenzy doesn't have a laundry room. Yes, it has a laundry room. No, I mean crew laundry. Not crew laundry. I mean they do your towels and sheets. They've got laundry. Again, Mark says hello one and all. Hello TMC from Figway, Verena, North Carolina. Well, hello Andrew Berryman. Welcome. I don't think we've seen you before, so you get an applause.
Yes, and you be safe as well. Lots of rain coming your way.
All right, so we've said hello to everyone. I think it's time we go say hello to our special guest.
Yes.
You think?
Yes, let's do it.
Special guest time. All right. So hello, Tom, Macrina, and Ellen. How are you doing tonight?
We're doing great.
Excellent. There, by the way, everybody, there's a bit of a delay, right? I mean, we're in Phoenix, and they're somewhere in the middle of the Caribbean, so there's like a 5-second delay between when I say something and they actually hear it. So just forgive a little bit of the awkward silence, but that's what has to happen in something like this. So you were on the Carnival Horizon. When did you get on?
We got on Saturday morning for me and Ellen. I can't speak for Tom. Well, we had a 10:30 boarding time, and we were on at 10:31. They didn't mess around.
Oh, that was fantastic. That's great. All right.
I had an 11 a.m. boarding time, but they let me in early, and I was on the ship by 11:05.
Nice. Excellent. Well, it seems like the embarkation process was pretty smooth for you guys. It's awesome. How was the weather in Miami when you guys left?
Hot. Very, very hot.
Hot. I'm in Phoenix. It's 110. Don't tell me about hot.
Well, it was I think it was 98-ish, but it felt like it was 105.
It's the humidity, and
don't forget, we're from Pittsburgh, so that's hot for us.
Yeah, it's interesting with Florida heat. It's not hot for you. It's interesting with Florida heat. People don't understand how heavy that humidity can be. Humidity, and again, we're in Phoenix. It's a dry heat, but I'm sorry, 110 is 110, and when you walk out the door, it hits you hard. But I understand people coming down to South Florida when it's that humid. It's a little oppressive. So, yeah. All right. So tell us a little bit. Where are you on the ship right now?
Okay, we are on deck 11, the aft
port side.
On the port side. Yes.
Aft on the port side.
The ocean's right there, and the ocean's on that side too.
What did you say?
I said the ocean's on that side, and it's on that side too.
Well, go figure. I hope it is. If it's not, there's a bigger problem going on, which is going to make for an interesting rest of this call. Live sinking of the Carnival Horizon. We bring it to you now. No, we're kidding. We're kidding. There's no Titanic going on here. All right. Well, I know you said you guys wanted to walk us around a little bit, so you want to walk us around a little bit?
Okay, we'll try.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. I'm going to do this.
then we'll catch up.
All right.
Oh, visions of the group cruise. For those who don't know, we are having a group cruise in 2025. That's what we're talking about. It's above Lisa's
On
head
the
right there.
ship.
Sorry, Lisa. On that ship, on the Carnival Horizon. So they're giving us a little preview. Oh, there's the
All right.
aft pool.
Hey, and there's the quasi flagpole that I met Macrina at last night.
Nice. You got to move the camera to the left a little. Hang on. You know what? Hang on. I'm going to do this. There we go. That's not working even better. Okay, we see it now.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, when I go to the guest only, we're just seeing the top of the flag. Pan down. Pan down. There you go. There you go.
How's that?
Well, we're seeing a little bit of the pool area, which is nice. We're gonna go to this view. It's a little bit better.
Seeing a lot of sky.
Nothing but sky. So aim the camera down. There you go. Now we see the pool. There you go. That is awesome.
There you go. Okay.
Oh, that looks nice.
Everybody wave, you're live on YouTube.
Are they getting ready to have a party down there or something? It seems there seems like a couple crew people down there.
There's you. Yes. All right. So.
All right. Well,
all
walk
right.
us.
Let's see.
Yeah, walk us around to the other side.
All right. So here's the. Do you see the sky ride tracks?
Yep. I see the sky ride track.
All right.
Yeah.
No one's on it tonight, but the XL class has the roller coaster, but a lot of people like the sky ride.
I think I would handle the sky ride much better than I handled Bolt.
Yes.
Yeah, you didn't do too well on Bolt.
No.
I was going to do the sky ride today, but I didn't have a shirt with sleeves on, so I had to go back. So I'll be there tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
So they require shirt with sleeves?
And
Yeah, they asked for that. So I just had like a dress on with shorts on underneath. And it was just like strapless, or not strapless, but just like thin straps.
I got you.
So I had to change, but I didn't have time because I was doing something else after.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let me go up the stairs. And while we're walking up the stairs, let me do a shout out to Andrew. I work with Andrew. So Andrew, welcome.
Hey, Andrew.
Hi, Andrew.
Would that be the Andrew Berryman watching from North Carolina? Tom?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Berryanne. Sorry.
All right. There's the famous whale tail.
Yeah. Can't have a carnival ship without a whale tail.
All right, the basketball court.
Nice. Quiet tonight.
Very quiet. I believe Gigi's is right below this basketball court.
Interesting. I can imagine if you're in there, having dinner and you hear dum 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 dum.
Yep. So now this is deck 12.
Nice. How's the weather tonight? I mean, obviously you're outside, so it's not raining, but how's the weather tonight, Tom?
The weather's great tonight. It's just you maybe have to point the camera. You see a little lightning.
I did. I just
caught
a
Caribbean thunder.
we see the flash. Yeah, believe it or not.
The flash.
Yeah, we see the lightning in the background.
The sail-away yesterday, it was inside, which was okay. It did rain right at 4.
Yeah. So Miami afternoon showers in the summer.
Yeah. There's a higher level view of the aft area, pool and the 2 hot tubs.
Nice. Is Macrina with you, or is she holding your seats?
Macrina is down 1 level. I'm going back down.
No, that's fine. Nurse Tara had a question for her, so we'll when you get back there.
Yeah, I'm almost there.
That's fine. Well, thanks for walking us around a little bit. For those who are joining us, right now, live, it's hard to take the phone and walk live around the ship. We used to do that when we first started our channel. The problem is the steel gets in the way, and you move from a connection point to connection point, and you end up losing service. And so we've just asked them to sort of stay outside in a certain area. This way we don't lose their connection. So when we get on the Carnival Horizon, we will give you a full profile, tall man clan style, where we will walk every ounce of this ship front to back, top to bottom, left to right, the whole 9 yards. Speaking of losing, Tom, you muted us. We can't see you anymore. No camera, no nothing. You hit a button. So we'll wait for them to come back. I'm sure they'll be back here in just a second. We'll
We are.
Up there you are. Okay. Well, thank you again for the walk around. So there you are. So let's see. A few people are saying hello to you guys. So let's come in. Tony C, hello, welcome. How are you tonight? Oh, there we go. Hang on. They hung us up. Hang on. There you go. There you go. All right.
Here we are.
So we're just saying hello to people, and we'll come back to you because I know some people have questions for you. Hello, Ashley. Welcome home.
Yes, welcome back.
Miss Icon of the Seas, great review. Thank you for that. On our Ashley just got off the Icon of the Season. She put a really good review of her experience on our Facebook group. So if you're not part of our Facebook group, just go ahead and go there. Make sure you answer the 2 questions, or they will not let you in. Okay, it just declined you. The first question is, what was your first cruise? If you've never been on a cruise yet, if you've already booked one but you haven't gone yet, just put none. And the second one is agreeing to the rules of the group, which is essentially just be nice and no spam. Okay, and you can see we post all kinds of different stuff there than we do here on YouTube. So come be part of our Facebook group. So anyway, let's see here. Tony, welcome, Tony. How are you tonight? It's in the front and back to Macrina. Did you find the plank you are supposed to be practice walking on?
I did find the plank, and I wrote Anthony's name on it. It's right at the edge. So, Anthony, when you come, walk out to the edge, look over, and you'll see it.
Wear your life vest, Tony.
I'll be right behind him to make sure he sees it.
Perfect. Charles, how are you? Running late? Don't worry about it. Welcome to the party, my friend. Hello, Michelle. Welcome. Nurse Tara has a question. Macrina, did you get the peanut butter chocolate melting cake yet?
It's on the horizon, literally, figuratively,
I was about to
and in my
say,
future.
all puns intended, on the horizon. Sorry. Speaking of dinner, you had an interesting dinner tonight, didn't you? You ate. Where did you have dinner tonight, Macrina?
We ate at Fahrenheit 555. Me and my son made reservations.
Nice.
It's excellent. It's way too much food, but if you're a foodie, you're gonna love it. Had the lobster bisque, had the shrimp cocktail, had the 18-ounce cowboy steak. The menu's changed a little bit if anybody's used to it. They have a few different sides, but it's all very good. And then I got the fruit to make myself healthy after, along with the watermelon martini. So that's the healthy part.
I just can't even imagine you eating an 18-ounce cowboy steak.
I know, right? She's like, it was too much food. Well, it's because you ordered an 18-ounce steak. No 9-ounce filet for you?
No, that's too small because, you got to go for the gusto if you're going for it. And that's why I bring my son. He's my human garbage can. But he's cutting back. He only had about 30 ounces of steak tonight.
Woo!
Oh, my gosh.
Man, I envy you. My mouth is watering thinking about it.
The only time I'm hungry on a cruise is when I get to the airport.
Yeah, right? On the way home. Wait a minute. Isn't my next time feeding? Where's the trough? All right. Moving on. Tony says they don't let you play basketball at night because of the restaurant below. So on this particular ship, yes. Thank you, Tony. So when you're eating, you don't have to hear the dunk, 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 dunk. And you think I'm not kidding. Go stand underneath the basketball court.
I get it.
You can hear it. And Ashley says, yes, it is. Oops, I meant, yes, it is difficult. Don't worry about it. Patricia, that's where we'll be doing the 3 a.m. conga line. Exactly. We're going to jump up and down on that basketball court. Of course, it's a restaurant underneath.
Yeah, 3 a.m. Nobody will be in there.
So we'll do it at 7 p.m.
Okay.
Dun, 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 dun. Boom, 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 boom. Everybody beneath will be going, what is that? It's Tall Man Clan. Anyway, Macrina says, Tara, not yet, but soon. Okay, she's actually answering live and answering in the comments. Just, you can answer live. Charles says, sail away this Friday from Vancouver to Alaska. We are so excited. Excellent.
Nice.
Charles, let us know what ship you are on.
Yeah.
And Tony says, I agree, Nurse Tara. All right. So what's, again, no puns intended, but what's on the horizon for you guys for the rest of your sailing? Where are you going? And what are your plans?
All right. So tomorrow is another sea day, a lounge day, which is be our second one. And then, let's see, Tuesday we're in Aruba.
Okay.
Wednesday is Bonaire. And Thursday is Curacao.
So you're literally doing
And
the cruise
Aruba-
we're about to do.
Nice.
Yes. Yes. This is the pre-cruise to your cruise.
I'm so jealous. We're in the desert in 110 degrees.
Before on this ship, so it's very good.
Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, you said you've been on a couple times, right? On the horizon?
Yes. This is my third time.
Excellent. All right.
Very nice.
So we expect lots of pictures and things in the group, right? Because I know there's a lot of people that are going to be on the group cruise, and they may want to see a few things. So definitely got to go to the bridge and take us a little video or a picture of the bridge, right? In Aruba, that moving bridge. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, we want to see that, right?
Is that Curacao?
Curacao. Sorry,
Yeah.
Curacao. It's the mad cow. Sorry. Speaking of steak. All right. Well, look, we don't want to take up too much of your time. If you guys want to hang out, please do. I'm going to get back to reading the news a little bit. If I see that you're still with us, we'll come back because we have a ton of news. We have some weather coming, and maybe you find somewhere else in the ship, and we'll come back to you in about 10 or 15 minutes. Yeah? It's up to you. If you're
Okay.
still here, great. If not, we
All right.
understand you are on vacation. So, all right. So
Either way, so happy to see you guys.
yeah. So there they are. They're on the back of deck 11. We got to see a little bit of that area there. If you're coming in late, they are live on the horizon. It's hard to completely walk around the ship and stay connected. Even though they're on Wi-Fi, the signal does drop when you move from connection point to connection point. So when we do our reviews of ship, we video it ahead of time and then bring it to you in our live stream, pre-recorded, the walkarounds that we do. So they're going to find a different location in the ship. And so while they're doing that, we're going to read some more of the cruise news.
All right.
Disney has updated their wine policy. If you're bringing wine on Disney ship, it's going to cost you another $4 to have that wine bottle uncorked at dinner.
Wow.
So it's moving from $25 to $29. So there you go for those winers out there. People who like wine, I call you winers. We're not wine drinkers. I do drink grape, just not fermented. So anyway, yeah, they've updated their policy. So please be aware of that. It doesn't mean if you drink it in your cabin, it doesn't cost you anything. But if you're going to have it at dinner,
Correct.
That's when
It's
they do that.
corkage fee, yes.
Okay. Moving on.
All right.
Options being offered. The Carnival Valor, obviously out of New Orleans. They're having some problems, obviously, because of Francine. And so they were supposed to be on a 4-day cruise, but it's being cut short a day because they had to wait for people that were on the ship got a little extra time. People on the next cruise are getting a little less time. And so the people that were supposed to get on for the next 4-day sailing, it's only going to be 3 days. Unfortunately, it's basically going to be 3 days to nowhere. Okay.
Oh.
So they are offering them all kinds of things. If I can remember to get this right, first of all, they're going to get a prorated portion of their cruise back. Anything that they purchased, like drink packages, Wi-Fi, these things are also they're going to get a portion of that back. The cruise fare will be to the card that you use to book your cruise. Everything else will show up as onboard credit. If you booked any excursions, Cozumel, that'll come back to you. And you're also going to get a 50% future cruise credit.
Oh, nice.
Which I think is awesome.
Yeah, that's great.
So I think that's really, really cool. So
yeah, that's great. Take advantage of that, you guys.
Yes.
Yeah, pick a nice long cruise.
It does, but you just got to know, booking June to late November, there's always that chance that a storm is going to get in the way and disrupt things. So anyway, moving on. MSC has celebrated 3 milestones all in one day. It is very rare for these kind of things to happen, and I'm sure they planned it this way. But just the other day, this is what happened. 3 all in one day. They celebrated the delivery of the Explorer 2. By the way, this is their luxury line. Okay, not MSC, but MSC Explorer, which is their luxury line. So they took delivery of the Explorer 2. They had the coin ceremony for the Explorer 3, and they had the steel cutting ceremony for the Explorer 4.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
All in one day.
Yeah, that had to have been planned.
Yeah.
Wow. That's still impressive, though.
Right?
Yeah, that's huge goals there.
What's impressive to me is the rate at which MSC is building ships right now.
Yeah.
It is insane how fast they're building ships. They're coming on strong and hard. They've got their own luxury line now. They've got their MSC brand. I wouldn't put it past them to maybe put a middle of the road brand in there at some point in time. Like a Celebrity Cruises. Of course, their yacht club or ship in a ship design is sort of supposed to be that exclusive experience. But MSC, the way that they're booking it right now, even though their ships look and feel like premium, they're priced at contemporary type prices. So they're priced like a Carnival or a Royal Price or NCL. But you really, as far as we're concerned, our experience was more of a celebrity type experience when we were on the ship. So anyway, but yeah, congratulations to them for their Explorer cruise line. Carnival has begun the installation of their solar panels in Barcelona on their 2 terminals.
Oh, nice.
They started the project a few months back to begin the infrastructure that needs to go into place on the roofs of these terminals, which are huge. They're 100,000 plus square feet. But once these solar panels are installed, not only is it going to provide them all the power they need, but a 32% surplus.
Wow.
Which they're going to dump back into the grid and sell, if you will, back to the port. So
wow,
yep.
That's great.
Right, fully covered their buildings and a 32% overage. So congratulations to them on the start of installing the actual solar panels. Okay, Disney Cruise Lines also in the news for some other document things, not just changing prices for the corkage fees, but they are going to change, or should I say, reinforce rules that have always been there. Okay, so let me dive into this. When you get on a cruise ship here in the United States, if you're a U.S. citizen, you are allowed to board with a passport and or a birth certificate. Okay, now it has to be an original certified copy of your birth certificate. Okay, photocopies are not allowed. I mean,
and if you use your birth certificate, you do have to
have a driver's
issued,
license.
Yes,
correct, a state issued license.
Yes.
Okay, so here are the issues with Disney. Okay, children don't have driver's licenses. Most of them are going to have passports either. Okay, so if you're under the age of 15, it is a passport and your parent. Okay, no, I'm not passport. Sorry, your birth certificate. Excuse me, everybody. Right. So, but for whatever reason, they have been accepting photocopies of the birth certificates.
Oh, isn't that interesting?
Correct.
Yeah, because, okay, yeah.
So
it is supposed to be an original.
Yes, original certified copy of your birth certificate.
Yes.
So that is coming to an end. So if you're going on a Disney Cruise Line and you're bringing your children, make sure it is an original certified birth certificate, not a photocopy. You cannot bring a photocopy. Okay? Anyway, so it's not a change. They're just enforcing rules that have always been there. And that's, to be honest, it's not a cruise line thing.
It's not.
That's a TSA thing. And for the cruise lines to have not been adhering to that policy is...
Yeah, customs. I can't believe they got away with that.
Yeah, they got away with it. So, Villa V. I just don't know what to say anymore about these poor people.
Yeah, I'm not sure I can say anything either.
Okay, Villa V still not sailing. Still has issues. Now they have some more issues on top of issues. Up until now, they have been footing the bill for their residents who are staying local in hotels. They've been paying for the hotel bills and all these things.
Yes.
That came to an end about a week ago. So a lot of the people came back because they had announced this is our new sail date, which of course has now come and passed. A new sail date has not been listed as of today. Because they're still dealing with problems, even though their sea trials went good. There's still issues, I guess. So they have asked their residents to start paying for the hotels themselves. Now, they're going to compensate them for each day they're in a hotel. They're going to get a $200 onboard credit to their cabin, to their room. It's their room, right? It's their apartment, whatever you want to call it, right? It's a cabin, but anyway, but they're not footing the bill anymore, and so that has put a lot of people in a lot of stress, right? And so there's a lot of people out there that are YouTubing their journey here on the Villa V, and there's a couple out there that have been talking about it. So, but yeah, they still haven't sailed yet. They're still dealing with some problems. I know we saw a report a few days ago that they were starting to stock their stores.
Yes.
Which I thought was a very good sign. But for them to start stocking their stores and then, hey, and they haven't announced a new sale date yet, which says to me there's
that
just
itself is
more going on than
they're telling us.
Than they're telling anybody at this point.
That in itself speaks volumes. Yeah, I think.
So anyway, Olivia still not out there. Speaking of sad, this is tragic. I'm sure most of you know if you follow the news already. A 12-year-old on the Harmony of the Seas has fallen off the balcony into Central Park and unfortunately has passed away due to his injuries. This is not the first time a young adult, or adult for that matter, has fallen off a balcony on one of Royal ships, and not for just picking on Royal, but any ships. People, unfortunately, fall off ships. In this case, it's a 12-year-old boy. I guess he was out there playing with some of the friends that he had met on the ship, and nobody actually physically saw but of course the end result. So it's just lots of thoughts and prayers to his family. I know it is a tragic time, but yeah, 12-year-old, horrible. Norwegian Prima changing an itinerary pre-holiday, which is sailing out of New York. It's supposed to be it's a 10-day itinerary going from New York down to the Southern Caribbean, and they're supposed to be going to Bermuda. And this was their statement. As we continue to optimize itineraries for fuel efficiency, as a part of our commitment to the environment and sustainability efforts, we have adjusted the itinerary, NCL wrote into an email to passengers. It also said, we are committed to providing the best vacations at sea and have been working tirelessly to continue elevating the quality of the overall guest experience while positively impacting society and the environment. So, prior to this, I spent a few minutes looking around, and they've got several other cruises leaving from New York, going south, that are going to Bermuda. Why specifically this one are they not going to Bermuda?
Isn't that interesting?
I just, look, I'm a common sense thinking guy, right? If you're going to change one because of fuel efficiency, you're going to be changing them all. I mean, they're going to the Southern Caribbean, for gosh sakes. Right, so they're sailing out of New York, going all the way down to the Southern Caribbean. Bermuda is a bit out of the way. It's not tremendously out of the way because, it's more of a this than a this. So there are some extra miles to get to Bermuda, without a doubt. But they didn't change all of the itineraries, just this one.
Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it?
Okay. If I was the fly on the wall, it's because the ship isn't selling well for that sailing. And so they're trying to save money. I'm just saying.
That makes sense.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do y'all think? Leave a comment below. Oh, Macrina says they're still with us. They're in a different area of the ship. So
yay.
we'll get through these last couple, and we'll go back to these guys. So stick with us, and we're going to go back live to the horizon. Hey, Lee, your cruise director. He got a promotion. He is now a fleet cruise director. We love Lee. We were on the celebration with him when he did
Many
the inaugural.
times, yes.
He sort of did a video bomb when we were streaming live one night and jumped in with us.
Crashed our
he did.
stream.
So he is filling a spot that Chris Williams left when he left Carnival back in early August. So congratulations, Lee Mason.
Congratulations. That's awesome. Yeah,
all the best
way
to you, buddy.
go.
Hopefully we'll see you out there again. Okay? Oh, this is one of my favorite guys. This went viral. Have any of y'all see the video in the past week of this guy in Alaska running for a ship, waving? I mean, it's like 30 feet from the dock. It's backing up. It was a princess ship. He's running. Wait. Have y'all seen that? Leave a comment. What's funny about it is, it turns out that wasn't his ship. His ship was still tied up at the dock. He was frantically waving, trying to get a princess ship to stop when he was on an NCL ship.
That is it's a hilarious video. It really is, because you're feeling for this guy, like, oh, okay, there he's missed his ship, and he's out there and he's got his hands on his head, and then somebody grabs him and turns him around and points. To
Dude,
the
that's your
other
ship. He was running and waving at the Crown Princess, but he
Yes.
was on the Bliss, the NCL Bliss. All right. Carnival. Oh, yes. This was something that if I knew, I forgot. Lisa remembered, but I forgot. And so we wanted to bring this to you. It's very, very important. Guys, if you're going down to the Caribbean, a lot of these islands, you do not want to get off the ship wearing camouflage.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Do not. You do not look like you're in the military. Just no camouflage. In a lot of places, you actually will be arrested. Like for instance, in Barbados, you'll get a $2,000 fine, or 1 year in prison, or both. And so this actually recently happened in Nassau. Somebody that was on a Carnival ship, they got off the ship wearing full camouflage, and he was stopped, told to go back and change, and he got all pissed off about it. Guys, just don't do it. Islands like Barbados, St. Lucia, Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, again, Nassau, do not wear full camouflage and get off the ship.
Yeah, any of those islands that have a military presence, you do
Yeah.
not want to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Macrina says Trinidad is the same. Yeah, so you just can turn you right around. And
Don't do it.
Look, they're saving you a year in jail. Okay, you may not be happy with it, but if you're not happy that they just saved you a year in jail,
Or
then
$2,000.
or $2,000, then there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but guys, just again, outside of that, dress codes are you wear what you want to wear, with the exception of typically like in Europe when we went to go do church tours.
Yes.
You have to, ladies
Sleeves.
have to have something over their shoulders.
Yes, you do.
Okay, so you can't wear just open shoulders. So that's outside of that, it's anything you want.
No camo.
No camo. Anyway, okay. 2 more cruise pieces, guys.
All right.
Greece, actually 3. Greece is imposing a tax for cruisers. I knew this was coming. Right? They did it. Where was it? In
Couple weeks ago
Cancun.
in Mexico. Yeah.
And Lisa said we were off air. She says, "You just wait, it's coming." And sure enough, it's going to be $20 per person.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, it's €20, so that's probably more like $24 or something like that. Yeah, per person, per cruiser, if you're going to visit Santorini or Mykonos.
Wow.
For each.
That didn't take long, did it?
No. So if you're on a cruise that goes to both, it's going to be an extra $50.
Mhm.
Yep. All right. Remember we were talking on our drive, for those who weren't watching one of our drive videos, we announced P&O has made a policy change about their electric scooters and wheelchairs. Well, we also said the same thing. How long is it going to be before they follow suit? Somebody else?
It didn't take long.
Cunard.
Yeah.
Cunard as well is making the same policy change. If you are unaware, basically on Cunard and P&O, if you are in anything that is electric, that requires a battery, so an electric scooter, electric wheelchair, anything like that, you are no longer allowed to bring those on board unless you are booked in an accessible cabin. You cannot have any other cabin other than an accessible cabin. If you're already booked, since these policy changes, you're going to need to call your agent or the cruise line to figure out what to do. Okay? I don't know if they're going to make exceptions. I have no idea. But from now on Cunard and P&O, and it may kind of trickle through the industry, if you are in an electric scooter or an electric wheelchair, you have to be in an accessible cabin. So there you go. And I can't remember the last one that I wanted to talk about. I don't know. So since I can't remember, shall we go back to the horizon?
Let's do it.
All right, guys, we're going to go back to the horizon.
Yay.
Here we are. We'll start here. Hey, guys. Oh.
Hello. Hello.
We see glasses.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
There, that's better.
All right.
Okay, so Macrina has worked off her steak because we walked to the forward of the ship. We're now
Nice.
at Serenity, where I predict that Robert and Lisa will be live November of 2025 at some point.
Oh, nice.
You think so? And where do you think we're going to be live from? Here, turn that camera on. We want to see now.
Let's see. Okay, let me walk around. Uh, so here's the bar,
Nice. Is that like the Fresh
and
Creations area?
Fresh Creations, which is a
Nice.
favorite. All
Nice.
right,
Uh,
hot tub. You
hot
folks
tub.
here. I think I'm coming up to the point where I think you'll probably be live.
Okay. There's plenty of light. Yeah, yeah.
I'm guessing, maybe.
There's chairs. It looks like there's a little bit of shelter from the wind.
Yeah, I don't know. You may have found our spot.
You might have.
Of course, we may hide out from all
Yeah.
of you and do it in our cabin. That's a good area.
All right.
We can have
Here's
the whole
a little
group there.
Lolita. I won't.
Oh yeah, nice. Nice.
That
The movie playing. Let's
looks-
see.
That looks like the area that we were videoing from on was it the Venezia?
The Venezia,
Yeah,
sort
the
of
Venezia.
overlooking. Yeah,
Yeah.
got that great sunset.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, I think you have found our spot.
Okay.
Absolutely.
This is
Yeah,
great here,
I like
and you
it.
know, compared to the Friends Day, this was not that bad today as far as the. I mean, it was crowded. Don't get me wrong, but I had a clamshell all day, and I, got here at 10:30, 11 today, so it's nice.
Excellent.
Yes.
Here's the front part.
Good job scouting.
So while you're going back, we're going to read some of the comments and see if people are asking you questions. Okay. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Nurse Tara says, "It's nice to put a beautiful face with the name, Macrina."
Yes, it is.
Charles says, "Sail away this Friday from Vancouver to Alaska." Okay, we got that one already, but I didn't see the Nurse Tara one. And Tony says, "I agree, Nurse Tara." Charles says, "Radiance of the Seas." Excellent. Enjoy the Radiance of the Seas. Tony says, "I don't know if they're moving. They look pretty comfy where they're at." But they moved to a different area and they look just as comfortable.
They do.
Tony's like, "I'm jealous. So are we. So are we. I have such cruise envy right now."
Yes.
Mama Tallman's like, "Curacao is where we were for our honeymoon 47 years ago." That's correct, Mom. Curacao. Yep. So my mom.
All this time I was thinking it was Aruba.
No, it's Curacao. Yep. But it wasn't on a cruise. Mom and Dad flew there, and they were there for like a week.
Yeah, for some
So-
reason I was thinking it was Aruba.
So you're going to get to revisit that on the group cruise, Mama Tallman.
Yes.
Ashley said, "That's why you bring a screw top bottle of wine." Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. Or ask your room steward and tip them a couple bucks.
Yeah.
Macrina says, "We are in a different area." Oh, yeah, blah, blah, blah. So nice breeze. Okay. Bev says, "Happy for Lee. He should be great in that job." Yeah, I absolutely. Lee's a great cruise director. He's going to be fantastic in that position.
I agree.
Macrina's like, "Alaskan drink package." Yeah, I have a feeling, I don't know, just watching that it was a fake video. I really feel that, because how would the guy standing down there as the other guy is running know that guy belonged on the other ship?
True.
Right? I'm just...
Yeah,
But it was news. It made it viral, so I brought it to you guys.
it did, and it was funny.
It was. Ashley's like, "Yeah, I've seen that video. It was funny." Roderick says the same. Macrina's talking about Trinidad with the clothing. Absolutely. Is the same. Another cruise vlogger said the guy running to his ship was fake. You know, Tony, again, I feel the same way. I feel the same way. Let's see. Antonio, where's Danny Mac? I don't know. Macrina. It was Jay from Cruise Life that said that. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. It just a common sense thinking. You know, if they were friends, they would be together. I don't know. It just seems fake to me.
I agree.
Patricia says, "Sigh, only 418 days to my feet touch that ship." Ashley says, I felt the same, Patricia. It sounds so far away, but time does fly. We'll all be on it before you know it. That is correct.
Yes.
Karina's like, I carry the corkscrew. Mama Tallman says Aruba is our favorite island. And Patricia says, need to inspect cabin 8281. Okay, let's talk about cabins. So how are your cabins, guys? What cabin types do you guys have? Insides or balconies or ocean views? I'm talking to Tom and Macrina now.
I have a balcony. I'm on deck 6, so I'm on the lowest area for balconies. I'm right
Nice.
above the Havana area, which is okay. But actually, deck 6, I don't mind, even though I'm right above the Havana area, because I don't hear a thing. I sleep like a log on a cruise ship. It's the best sleep you ever get. And I'm in the aft part, so all's good with my area. I like having a balcony.
Excellent. Yeah, so do we. That's our preferred. But Tom, what about you?
I'm also on deck 6. I have an interior, and it's the best sleeping ever because it gets pitch black at night. So the first night was great.
Some people
And
don't
about
like that.
midship.
In midship, nice. Yeah, some people don't like it, pitch black like that. They get claustrophobic, and I've never had that problem. But I don't know. Being tall and big the way that I am, I prefer the balcony cabins just because they're typically a little bigger than the insides or the ocean views, and so I enjoy the extra space in the cabin.
Tall man likes everything bigger.
Yeah.
Bigger furniture, bigger TVs, bigger vehicles,
I'm a big guy.
There you go.
bigger steaks.
Oh, you're talking about Macrina. She had an 18
I know.
ounce.
I cannot believe you had an 18-ounce cowboy steak. That blows me away.
It's not that I'm going to finish it, because I know going in I'm not going to finish it. But I just like that type of steak better.
Correct.
That's my favorite type of steak.
The cut, yeah. The cut and the flavor,
Yeah.
absolutely. By the way, if anybody's watching us right now and has a question for the two of them, they're on the horizon right now. They're coming to you live from the horizon somewhere on their way to the Southern Caribbean. You said Aruba was your first stop, right?
Yes.
Right?
Correct,
So
yeah.
tomorrow is another day at sea for them. And then they'll finally be in Aruba. Oddly enough, they're doing the exact itinerary we're going to be doing on our group cruise. Again, it's right there above Lisa's head. Sorry, Lisa, I'm cutting your face out right there. 418 days from now, we are doing a group cruise on that very same ship. So they went to scope it out for us is what they're doing.
I know.
Make us all jealous.
I know.
Speaking of which,
We need our paycheck. That
it's in the mail, Macrina.
gotcha.
How about a little teaser for the group cruise? Yeah?
Okay.
Teaser? Let's do it.
Come join us November 8th, 2025.
There'll be meet and greets,
Parties,
pineapples.
ducks, and of course the live shows.
Don't miss our first ever group cruise. We'll see you on the horizon. Well, there you go. There is the group cruise. So Lisa was checking on some stuff. Again, I'll put the email up one more time. By the way, again, we're not cruise directors. We're not cruise directors.
We're not Lee Mason.
We are not. We're RV directors. We are not travel agents, so we didn't put this group together to make money off you guys. We just want to hang out with the Tall Man Clan, right? So we have an agent that's booking it for us. So just send us your information, your interest, and we will pass you on to Kathy, who's handling our group for you. We have a couple of people that has recently asked for information, so come and join the group cruise. tallmanscruiseadventures@gmail.com. Again,
Can't wait.
tallmanscruiseadventures@gmail.com. So there you go. All right, so let's get back to them. There they are, right there. So Kathy P wants to know, who is the cruise director? From my head.
The cruise director is Georgia. She is from Australia.
She's from Australia. She's the first. I've only experienced her this cruise. This is my first cruise experiencing her. She's very good.
Nice.
Excellent. Yes, I agree.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I can't remember the last time we had a crappy Carnival cruise director. I mean, there's different levels, but none of them are bad.
No, we've always enjoyed our time with the cruise directors. Yeah.
You know, I mean, they're all good, but then there's the ones that excel, that, you know, do, I don't want to say even go above and beyond. There's a little extra something there, you know? Yes. So, you know, Lee was one of those.
There's Lee popping in on our live stream. I mean, you know, that's awesome. Love it.
Yeah. And I can't even think of all their names off the top of my head. Mark Q, he was the same way.
Yeah.
And
Kindle Fire was amazing.
Yeah.
Boy, anyway, she had that crowd riled up.
So let's see here. Ashley says, so the rooms have shower curtains, or are they doors like the Jubilee?
Shower curtains.
The curtains, Ashley.
Okay.
Curtains, Ashley. They're curtains. Curtains. We have curtains. Patricia wants to know, do you have to pre-book the steak place? That is Fahrenheit 555 for you, Patricia.
No, you don't have to. I personally did because I wanted to get that bill out of the way. But no, you can pre-book it. And especially if it is a day at port, they're pretty much wide open for a lot of spaces when it's a port day. I originally had my reservation for Thursday, but when me and my son board, we always look at the menu to see what day is better to not eat in the main dining room, which is a dinner we don't necessarily need. And then we move our reservation. We moved it to tonight, which is the first formal night, and we were able to get a reservation change.
Did you get the free ferment?
No, that was day one. Today you get a half off of the bottle. You get a bottle one on the second day.
Gotcha.
So what was that? What happens day one? Say that again, Tom.
So on day one, if you book on embarkation, you get a free bottle of fermented juice.
The adult beverage.
Non-fermented juice.
And you can half off of a bottle of fermented beverage. So
okay.
But I bring my.
Awesome. Okay. All right. Let's move on. Let's see what else.
Very nice.
Tony was saying when he was on the horizon, it had a curtain. Yes. Kathy B says, love Georgia. Not sure what was it.
Yeah, we haven't seen Georgia personally.
Georgia?
Yeah.
Georgia what?
The cruise director,
oh,
Georgia.
Yeah.
You just talked about
Too much
Georgia.
It's the mad cow. Leave me alone. It's the mad cow. It's the mad cow. Leave me alone. Ashley says, thanks. I was hoping they would have been upgraded to doors, and thanks, Tony. Yeah, it's, you know, you never know. Maybe by the time we get on there, they'll have fixed a couple of the cabins. There'll be doors, but I doubt it.
Yeah, I imagine it's probably still going to be the curtains.
Yeah.
Because it seems like the curtains are
built
part
in,
of the shower. Yeah. The whole thing has to be replaced, if I can remember correctly.
They're putting all their money into their new ships. What was that?
One thing with Antonio, he can just close the main bathroom door, and then he'll have a door on his shower.
There you go. Perfect. Don't worry about the curtain. Just close the door and have at it. There's a picture we don't need. Patricia's like, I'll be celebrating while on the cruise, so wondered. Oh, perfect. Well, awesome. Are we celebrating a birthday, Patricia? Is that what we're celebrating? A year from now? 418 days, 18 hours, 58 minutes, and 7 seconds?
On our group cruise?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna have to embarrass the crap out of you now. Thanks for sharing. All right. Any other questions for these guys? Please put them in chat. We don't want to hold them here all night. They are on vacation. And so we appreciate them giving us some time tonight and hanging out with us. It's been a blast.
Absolutely.
I'm drooling, really. I mean, I don't want to be here now. I want to be there. Gotta be there now. I'm going to fly to Aruba and meet the ship and get on. Oh, yeah. No, I can't. I got to stay here. Yeah, we don't have any cruises booked yet. It's going to be a while before we know.
Yeah.
It'll be last minute. It really will be.
Yeah, we're still trying to iron out details of our lives.
Yes. So, yeah, it'll be last minute. So once we're done here, and we head back towards Florida, we'll have our time figured out, and we'll be booking last minute and probably tell you or not tell you. We may just show up on a ship like we did the Magnifica.
Yeah.
Hey, we're here! Surprise! But and it's we don't do that to surprise you. We just literally that's how our life's been. Most of my life is not being able to plan. We literally it's be like, you know what, let's book a cruise like a week from now, and that's how we do it. Just because of scheduling and things. So anyway,
that happens to us frequently. Bless you.
Excuse me. I've got a mute button. And that button too. I can also do this. Ooh, that one increased.
That is for the people in Bermuda that wouldn't let Carnival do the laundry on the Venezia.
I know,
That's
right?
the Venezia horn.
Right?
That's
Take
my.
that. I saw the video on Facebook that you put on there of the horn from the horizon. I played it. It sounds great. It really
does. Yeah, nicely done.
Did you plan to be there, or did it just happen that you happened to be there when it went off?
It just happened to occur when I was doing it. He did 3 blasts, and I recorded all 3 individually, trying to get it from start to finish. But it just loops, so it sounds like start to finish.
Yeah. We it started off for us as accidents, and now it's more on purpose. We like, okay, it's going to be about time for that horn. Where we're going to go, and she goes one way and I go the other, and we see who gets the best. And of course, we both have to go change when it's done because when it comes on, you don't know, and it's really loud and scary.
And we try to get as close as we can without permanently damaging our hearing.
Right. By the way, Patricia says, "Bring it." But Mamie Radar says, "Thank you, Macrina and Tom."
Yes, thank you.
And Ellen, of course, who is
Where did Ellen get off to?
Welcome.
She's gone from.
Ellen's at the casino. I have no idea where she went.
She went off for martinis.
I don't get hard for my money, and I don't do that.
Ashley says, just got off the ship yesterday and already going through cruise withdrawals. I'm telling you, that's why I'm watching them, and they're on the ship right now live going, ugh. We did the same thing with you, Ashley, when you were on the ship. We're like, oh.
Yeah, we did.
We literally, if we could just live full-time on a ship, we would probably do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just our favorite thing to do. So I don't know how the patch thing would work for me full-time, but
I don't know.
But I'm game to try.
Why not?
Yeah, exactly. All right, then, guys. We want to thank you, Tom, Macrina, and Ellen, for being with us. We really, really do. Oh, wait a minute. Door, Macrina? I have the room. Hang on, sorry. Door, Macrina, I have the room steward run a hose to the balcony, and I shower there.
I can actually.
Well, Antonio, there's a great shower right forward of the plank. It's great. It's like the largest one ever.
It is. And it's like a good salt scrub, too.
It is. It's very therapeutic.
All right, well, we're going to let these guys go. Thank you so much, Tom and Macrina. We appreciate you. Guys, have a fantastic rest of your voyage, and we'll look forward to seeing some more pictures and stuff up on the Facebook group. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
Bye,
everybody.
All right. Bye, guys. All right, so there they are, Macrina and Tom. Now, if for those joining us and didn't know, if you're not part of the Tall Man Clan, it's okay. Don't worry. But just hit the subscribe button, right? Thumbs up, become part of the Tall Man Clan. It's free to you. It costs you anything. Anyway, Tom and Macrina are not a couple. They're two individuals. They both happen to be fans of the show and part of the Tall Man Clan. And just so happened, yeah, well, I'm going on this. And Tom's like, well, wait a minute. I'm booked on that too. So they just had booked individually. Excuse me, everybody. Sorry with the cough. And so they decided to come on together. But again, they're not a couple. They're yeah, that's great. So very nice.
Nope, they just happen to be on the same cruise at the same time.
Yeah. And both fans of the show.
Yeah,
so we
love
appreciate having them on there. And Ellen making a sneak appearance for the beginning half.
Yes, that was awesome.
But I guess the casino was calling her, is what she said. So anyway. So did we get through? The only thing that we didn't get through tonight, and I know it's so late, but is the weather. We didn't get to do the weather yet. So let's get into the weather. This is the forecast for next week. There's the loop. You can see there's tropical storm. Might be it'll be a tropical storm when it hits land, but no more than that. Right there in North and South Carolina, and then it goes away. But if you're looking down into the Caribbean Basin, towards the very end of this loop, right there, you see a cluster of clouds and some numbers down south of Cuba. Okay, it seems to be the only potential disruptor. And we'll see what happens once it gets above Cuba. But this is a 1 week projection and time loop, and things change. So at this moment, it looks like the Caribbean Basin is going to be fairly quiet from tropical weather until right there. So you're going to have Jamaica and Grand Cayman going to have an issue around next Friday night, Saturday. Okay. So if you're going on a cruise and you're going to be in the area of Grand Cayman or Jamaica, the weather is going to potentially be a little funky. Again, these are projections, guys. It's hard to forecast this far out. Again, I'm not a weather forecaster. I'm just a weather enthusiast. So these are some tools that I've always looked at, and I'm letting you look at them now too. So this is a GPS model. Where is it? GFS model. Sorry. GPS. It's your car and maps, you silly boy. The GFS model.
You're losing it. You're losing it.
I'm having a bad mad cow day. So, so just pay attention to your weather forecasters. I know depending on where you live in the country, the Caribbean is not always covered. There are a few people on the internet that cover it very, very well on YouTube. The Weatherman, Medio Mundo, and, oh, God. Mike the Weatherman.
Yeah.
Mike the Weatherman?
I think
or
that's
Mike's
what it is.
Weather.
I think it's Mike the Weatherman.
Hang on. I'm actually looking it up because I'm mad.
Not Mad Cow?
Not Mad Cow now, just mad. I think it's Mike the Weatherman. Hang on. Mike the Weather Guy, Mike the Weatherman, Mike's Weather Page. Mike's Weather Page.
Ah, okay. We
All
were
right.
both wrong.
I know. So there's and they cover the Caribbean very, very, very well. Okay, so tune into those guys, and if you leave a comment, tell them the tall man sent you. All right. So there you go. So there's your weather.
Please do.
So let's get back to a little bit of this. Ah, that just makes me so happy.
Right?
Does that just not make you guys happy?
Yeah.
By the way, Mamie says, Robert, it's the heat. It is hot here, y'all.
It is hot, but nah, it's the Mad Cow.
We didn't leave the RV very much at all today.
No.
Just trying to stay as cool as possible.
Yes.
Anyway, let's back up. We've missed a couple of comments. Patricia was like, so great to meet them. Absolutely it was. You're going to get to meet them face to face in 418 days.
Yes.
Roderick, yes. Karina says, got to hear the theme song too. Okay, we got to turn that on, right? So let's do that. Shall we play our theme song?
Let's do it.
True, we just had these cruises booked. Yep. Robert, it's the heat. Okay, yeah, let's play our theme song, everybody.
out for the kryptonite. So come on over, we can make it through, make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do, just what to do. On the beat, keep dancing through the night, we're dancing. We stay up until the morning light, the morning light. Oh, come on over, we can make it through, make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do, what to do. On the beat, keep dancing through the night. Stay up until the morning light, the morning light. Oh.
Okay, we were muted the whole time. You missed all of that. That's probably the funniest part of the whole darn thing. I had to email up there and I go, if you want to go on the group cruise, email us at tallmanscruiseadventures@email.com. Gmail.
Gmail, not email.
Gmail.com.
Gmail.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway,
It's
on that
the
note,
mad cow.
it's the mad cow. And at that note, it is time to go. And yes, more mad cow. It's been a mad cow kind of night. Maybe, is there fermented stuff in here?
You're the one that poured it. You tell me.
You spike it?
You didn't spike anything.
Golly. Anyway,
You're just losing it, man.
peace.